It's difficult to dispute that Homelander, played by Anthony Starr, has been carrying out a grand scheme throughout The Boys Season 4. His more militant strategy of setting dissidents on fire in American streets has been scaled back. Rather, he has been manipulating the media and choosing to meddle in people's political lives in a more covert manner. The fact that Valerie Curry's Firecracker inspired rebels to support his right-wing agenda has a significant role. They are creating a groundswell and cult with the intention of regaining power. Surprisingly, this hidden weapon isn't a member of the crew. Instead, it appears that Homelander's Vought International would use one of his subordinates in the Seven to complete the job on President Singer. Rather, it's someone with the cunning talent for the job, which will give Homelander a huge win by offering them a silent, covert backstab in the dark rather than a loud explosion or gunshot. The brilliant Sister Sage is at the center of Homelander's schemes. She has planned his media blitz and how to reveal important details that could undermine the work being done by Starlight and her friends. They have received no answer from Sage, breaking their leftist Starlighter movement no matter what. They are aware that they must continue to watch Sage for her next move. Following their snooping, they learn of a shooter who Homelander plans to use to kill Singer. Victoria Newman of The Boys will be able to leave the vice president's chair and assume control of the Oval Office after this is finished. Newman will practically govern the White House because he is one of Homelander's henchmen. But when the heroes uncover the gunman, they discover a woman bound in his room. She turns out to be the enemy, which is shocking. She is a shapeshifter who can rip off her skin and take on the form of someone she touches. This skinwalker is obviously a reference to Mystique from the X-Men. She transforms into a maid and runs through the congested streets as the heroes attempt to catch up with her. Though they don't know who she is, it's obvious that she is their greatest nightmare come true. This stranger is the perfect go-anywhere, anytime Black Ops agent. The team is frantically trying to counter in The Boys Season 4. They're aware of the passing of time. The Homelander cult is becoming increasingly enraged. Moreover, Singer is agitated because he perceives himself as a sitting duck. After all that happened, the boys wind up getting a drink at a bar in an attempt to contain their emotions. They engaged in a difficult combat with the Deep and Black Noir, which only made things worse. It's an indication that Homelander wants them removed from consideration so he can do the kill. Huey and Starlight have a passionate conversation about her future when he gets home. After donning her gear, she declares that Starlight, not Annie January, is what the world needs. Having seen her superhero persona tarnished by Vought, Huey is relieved that she is staying true to it. According to Huey, Starlight has the potential to be the persona in the public eye that challenges Homelander's soup supremacy. Eventually, after Annie makes fun of Huey's obsession with Starlight superheroes, they fall asleep together. Annie drops a massive bombshell when he's asleep. He has files on Newman, which she steals by breaking into his safe. Huey has been holding things in order to reveal Newman or use blackmail. If she takes the helm of America, it's a smoking gun, and Annie has the information now. In actuality, she is the shapeshifter and not Annie at all. Then flashbacks show that she was the one who, in the bar, took a photo with Annie. In the restroom, she adopted her body, stroked her, and pretended to be a fan. After knocking Annie unconscious, she swapped her out and had the real one brought to a torture chamber. Her memories are also absorbed by the shapeshifter. She is now capable to controlling Huey. She also knows specifics about the boys, their advantages and disadvantages. When the real Annie realizes how hopeless the situation is, she closes the episode in chains. She is terrified of what this lady intends to do to Huey, her allies, and the chaos that this spy will cause. This shapeshifter has assumed the ideal configuration. The center of Billy Butcher's, Karl Urban goals has always been Annie. Evil Annie will have knowledge of this in addition to other projects they are working on, including the virus they are creating to destroy Homelanders. Through Sage, Wicked Annie can also obtain fresh intelligence to use against Vought's wicked empire. It reverses how the boys used A-Train as a mole. Second, Annie is able to approach near Singer. In the past, they collaborated on political undertakings. Despite having to put some distance between them after she publicly beat Firecracker, he still has a great deal of faith in her. Singer will rely on Annie no matter what. Starlight will persuade liberals to remain loyal since he is still a media favorite. So when she comes, there's little chance his group will check her out. Singer will gladly employ her since he is paranoid and thankful for the additional bodyguards and weaponry available. Annie is also liked by Grace Mallory, the head of the CIA. Mallory will attest to her staying close to Singer. Stated differently, Annie is free to come and go whenever she pleases with her all-access pass. Singer can conduct the hit and go without anybody noticing after mayhem breaks out in the neighborhood or on the streets. There won't be any traces or proof left behind. She might also as well fabricate information to frame the boys. Sage would conduct a plan like that to accomplish two goals at once. Homelanders' game is done if they can remove the political roadblock and force the government to pursue Butcher's group. Huey is all in and doesn't suspect Evil Annie. He is somewhat blinded by the loss of his father. He may miss important cues and indicators because he wants his family to be close by. Second, he has rose-colored blinders on and wants to pop the question, so any warning signs should be disregarded. Finally, it's difficult to see the boys seeing any clues that they have an imposter among them because they are so distracted. It will be fascinating to watch how or if this clone makes a mistake. She is quite intelligent and has a fiddle-like ability to play the rebels. The importance of Sage to Homelander's council is exacerbated by this. She kept her word to destroy the boys from the inside out. If Sage's agent is successful, it will have far-reaching effects that will plunge America into a new, more terrifying civil war that Butcher's crew won't be able to end.